Wait, Joey, how are we getting in?
Just like that. You can't go in through the wires. The fact that both of the entrances are
watch this.
blocked and covered.
I'm an Asian squat my way in.
Not you, don't move the camera.
This is impressive.
Oh, snap! Look at Ninja. Hey everyone, you're listening to Clocked In, Checked Out, the podcast about career pivots, personal glow-ups, emotional support beverages, and occasionally making questionable decisions in the name of personal growth. I'm Joseph Singh, your host, your personal hype man, and someone who recently agreed to drink tequila despite a long and complicated history with it. Today's episode is called Coaching, Strength, and Gym Crushes. Now listen. When I started my fitness journey, I thought I was signing up to lose a little weight and maybe learn how to use the gym equipment without actually looking confused. What I didn't realize that I'd gain a coach, a friend, an accidental therapist, a HYROX enabler, and someone who would completely change the way I think about strength. My guest today is Stephanie Masuda, the woman who's watched me lose nearly 30 pounds, complain through countless workouts, survive HYROX training, and somehow keep showing up. We're talking about what strength actually means, why most transformations start in your head before they ever show up in the mirror, what Stephanie learned from surviving brain tumor, and of course, gym crushes. Because let's be honest, you can't deadlift 300 pounds, but somehow saying hi to your gym crush still feels impossible. And because no episode is complete without a cocktail, we're sipping on Sass on the Rocks. Or maybe today we call it Ass on the Rocks. It's a little spicy, skinny, and full of attitude. It's actually a mocktail because neither of us are actually drinking. Basically the drink version of Stephanie while doing a 6-week cut. So grab your emotional support water bottle, your pre-workout, or your tequila, and let's get started. Stephanie, welcome to the chaos.
Hey,
How
cheers.
are you?
I'm happy to be here for the third time.
I'm so excited we're reshooting this for the third time.
It's a good thing I love you because otherwise, forget it.
I feel like one day the episode that we originally shot will make the surface, I guess. But there's a lot of raw and risky stuff in there that we don't want to say. So maybe it's good that we're doing it a third time.
Here you go.
And last time we shot this episode, there was a lot of glitching. So voice was fine, but everything else was fine. But before we get into coaching, strength, and everyone's favorite topic, gym crushes, especially at the gym that we go to, I think a lot of people need to know how we actually met, right? So do you remember first meeting me?
I do. We had just opened, and you were like one of the first ones. I taught the very first class at this gym that we are at, and you walked in, and you were just like calm, a little bit nervous, like coming into it. You were calm, like confidently walking in, but then at some point you were just like, I'm nervous. I don't know what to expect, and you kind of just like walked in bushy-eyed and very green.
I mean, I was a little nervous because I'm not gonna lie to you, those alpha machines or those like squat racks that everyone does, those are intimidating.
They can be, for sure.
I think a lot of people still get intimidated by those squat racks, But eventually, like, what was your first impression of me?
My first impression of you was just somebody who was very eager to learn some new skills as it related to fitness.
For real?
For real, because you had told me that you had been going to a different studio, and you had just been doing cardio for a very long time. And I was like, look, glad that you have established that you can move your body in the way that was, appropriate for you, but let's get you into learning some new modalities to just get you out of the routine that you've established for however long you've been doing it. So my first impression of you was that you were just very eager and like hungry to learn and to grow in a different way that you hadn't yet experienced.
Definitely. I think I was very eager, especially going to a class like that. No idea what this class was about. And I definitely saw you. What did you think my first impression of you was?
I was just going to ask you. You tell me.
Well,
Well,
I was a little nervous meeting you because just like in any gyms that I've gone to or anything, just like the coaches, if you're a coach at a gym, I kind of always see them being as someone we aspire to be, right? Like you guys inspire us, you guys push us, you guys motivate us. So I was very nervous meeting you for the first time. But I think as classes went on, we got to know each other a little bit more. You were very friendly from the get-go, but I was like, oh, this person's not going to like me. So I'm just going to come here, work out, and then just leave,
You thought I
right?
wasn't gonna like you?
I mean, I don't know. I always have that impression when I meet a lot of people.
So it wasn't necessarily me. It was just in general. You're
Just
like,
a lot of coaches that I met was like a little like nerve-wracking in the beginning. You're part of an incredible gym. You're teaching a class that everyone loves and everyone enjoys, right? And everyone's there listening to you. So yeah, I was nervous around you for the first time. But then as we got to like work out and stuff, things became a little bit more gayer.
yes. Well, and I think we have a lot of the same banter. So
We do have a lot of the same banter. She says kettlebell squats and we kettlebell squat. Did you think, me going to class, did you think I'd stick with it?
I thought that you would like half-ass it because I thought that like you were here to learn, but then you were also here to like socialize. And so part of me is just like, well, he'll only get so far because he's like distracted. He's easily distracted, and he'll like go as far as doing 75% of the work, and then the other 25 was kind of up in the air, depending on the day.
I'm going to justify why I did that.
Oh, so it's true.
Yes. So I did do that in the beginning, and here's why. Because I was heavier. I was uncomfortable in my own skin. I was uncomfortable with who I was. So I felt like if I kept pushing, I'm going to like run out of breath. Or I just was not comfortable with like me wearing the clothes I was wearing back then. I mean, my first time taking off my shirt was at the gym, at the pool in my entire life.
Yeah.
So you got me to that point where I was able to be comfortable. But I think I was just nervous. My clothes were very loose. I just thought people would judge me and I was doing things wrong. So I would intentionally half-ass it in the beginning. But did you think I was going to be coachable?
Yeah, I thought you were definitely coachable. You're definitely motivated and you want to be there. So I never questioned whether or not that you would be somebody that could attain the goals that you wanted for yourself.
That's funny because I always trusted you. I always thought that you would push me to my best.
Yeah.
And I think till this day, 2.5 years later, I think you still push me to my max.
I still believe in you.
You do. You told me to do a boudoir photo shoot sometime soon.
Boudoir.
Boudoir. Because I know you're doing one soon.
Yes.
So maybe I'll get a 6-pack and do one too.
There you go.
We'll see what happens. At what point in our friendship and you coaching me, did you realize I was really serious about changing my life and my fitness goals?
I think initially, once you had gotten like a little taste of seeing that your body was changing, you got very excited to the point where you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is my back. I like had taken a picture and like, oh my God, this is what my back looks like. I'm like, yeah, you've been putting in the work. What did you think was going to happen? So I think at a certain point, like you got very excited and it was almost re-motivating for you to see what small changes had happened over the course of time, that it kind of just reinvigorated you to keep going to see where that journey could take you.
I think what's funny how you're saying my back, but how many times in a week do I ask you about my bicep?
Oh, every day. Is it bigger? Is it bigger? I would walk in and he'd be like, look, is it bigger? Is it bigger? And I'm like, since I saw you yesterday, not really.
But you never know. Is your mic messing up?
Yeah, no, it's good.
Oh, there, it's good?
Yeah.
Okay, just stick it up and put it right there.
Oh, that's what she said.
Like you said, people see physical transformation, but the reality is most people, start for one reason and they stay for another, right? Mm-hmm. For you, why did you get into fitness in the first place?
I was fortunate that I was always very active from a young age. I had tiger parents that, filled up my schedule with this, that, and the other thing growing up. And so at the time, I was not motivated to do any of those things up to a certain age. And then once I had built enough confidence in my ability that I was good at something. I just loved how that felt on the emotional side. And I've had like struggles with my parents growing up. And so that was kind of my escape of just emotionally feeling good, knowing that, I could get a high endorphin rush basically out of doing something physically challenging. And so as a younger adult, that kind of translated into seeing some of those struggles in the real world once I was out of college. And I think some of those lessons that I learned kind of translated to some of the obstacles that I had faced as an adult. So circling all of that back into fitness is kind of my big aha moment for wanting to just help show that to people, that if you can physically do a task, can you take that same challenge and replicate it into the real world with a different challenge and get through the other side of it?
What kind of struggles and obstacles did you face?
I think just a lot of just people saying no, like for example, jobs, like finding a job and just having, a lot of no's, and having, failed relationships or just jobs where I wasn't taken seriously. So things of that nature.
Things like that.
Yeah.
So you decided to take all that and kind of become a coach and help people, right? What's your favorite part about helping people?
I think just like you were saying earlier, just having this moment of transformation, of just like having a little bit of a peek of, oh my gosh, things are unfolding in a way that I didn't expect, and can I keep going? And just helping people kind of push through that breaking point.
What keeps you very passionate after like all these years in fitness? And how long have you been doing fitness?
I've been doing it for a while, almost like over 15 years at this point. And I'm here for the people. I think that I'm an introvert naturally, but I think just engaging and having found this sense of community where I am able to just inspire people by having them perspire. I don't know. I just love the like community aspect of it.
You just said you're an introvert. Is she an introvert? What makes you an introvert? Because I would have never picked that up.
I don't know. I think from a younger age, I would say I was like very shy growing up.
Okay.
And I think naturally, I still have introverted tendencies where, like, if given a choice, sometimes I'd rather just stay home and like be by myself and do my own thing. So, well, especially after training for a full day, just the overstimulation of the sounds and the people and the interactions just to get to be a little overwhelming to the point sometimes where I'm just like, all right, I need a day to myself.
I'm actually very shocked by that. I'm shocked that I would have never guessed.
Yeah.
Maybe because we got to know each other.
Maybe.
And you're just like out there and
Surprise.
stuff. Surprise. One thing that we talked about is, or like you kind of brushed on, it's like you went through some obstacles and stuff, right? But I think one thing I don't think people know enough is your own story. You've coached a lot of people through challenges, but you've also overcome something that most people can't imagine and most people don't even know about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you shared this with me a little bit over a year and a half ago, I think, when we probably actually 2 years ago when we first met, right? And it's something to do with medical, right? So do you mind if I share?
I'm very open to sharing.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell everyone about your brain tumor journey?
Sure. Yeah, it was very unexpected. 2017 is when I had a brain tumor, and it had been kind of a sequence of events for the last, like, I don't know, maybe 4 to 5 years of just establishing like this fitness studio that had opened. I had my own business, and things were going not great at first, and then it got to a point where things were going well, and then I had become pregnant with my first, my daughter Paisley, who's now 8, and shortly after she was born, My body was like off, and I had like these really bad headaches, and like all of the medical professionals that I was talking to, they would just brush it off and tell me it was one thing or the other. And so after a couple of months of just having these terrible headaches, and then going back into like my regular fitness routine postpartum, like things just didn't feel right in my body, and nobody could give me any answers. And so finally, there was a day I was in a yoga class, and I like fell out of a balance pose that was typically pretty easy for me, and I was like, this just is another sign that something is off. And so I like at that point had pretty much advocated for myself, like telling the doctors, like, please do a scan. Like, you've done everything else, nothing is working. I'm not taking any more medication. And so sure enough, like 8 weeks later, they're like, let's just do an MRI, make sure that we're ruling everything out. And then sure enough, like that evening at 9 p.m., my doctor called, and it was like, why is he calling it at 9 p.m.? And they had found like this huge mass in my brain, which was explaining the headaches and loss of balance and like loss of strength on one side of my body. And so Paisley was 8 weeks at the time. And so
you already had Paisley.
Yeah, so she was born, and then I had to have surgery like immediately. So like within a 2 week mark, I had to have like major surgery, and I'd never like had surgery before. And so having like a surgeon talk to me about like cracking the skull open and just like going in there just freaked me out. And there's no good time to like go through those medical scares, right? But I just felt like everything at that point was just falling apart. I had like lost this business that I was basically forced to close, and then I had to stop nursing, and I just felt like I lost that bond with my newborn at the time. And then having to go through all of that, the medical side of the treatments and the surgery, it was very much a shocker.
When you were pregnant, did you have like did you have headaches or like symptoms prior to you being pregnant, or did it happen while you were being pregnant?
Yeah, it had happened. Like pregnancy hormones make everything grow. So it must have been sitting in there for like years, and then it grew along with everything else that was growing at the time. And so by that point, the doctor was basically saying that he was shocked that I hadn't like come into a seizure like before labor or like during labor, because it was big enough that it was like pushing on all of the major functions. And he said, good thing that I had like stayed in shape and like had been in fitness for a long time, because that's the one thing that had like saved me basically.
That's insane that it took them that long to like finally have them do a scan
Yeah.
on you to
Yeah.
like see what it truly was. Did this whole thing, because you had this, you had to go through surgery, you mentioned you couldn't bond. Did it change your perspective on life, and how?
Oh yeah. I think I had like been through that grind, like having a business that I was trying to, expand and grow. And I think the mental stress of that had really kind of just potentially taken me to a place that I was not myself. And so once that happened, I just felt like life's too short. Like I don't want to be on this hamster wheel, like grinding and, prioritizing work to the 100%, like to the max, where like everything else would fall by the wayside.
What did you learn most about yourself during this chapter in your life?
I think for me, I've always been, still am somewhat of a type A person where I like want control over most things. But I've learned to like let
What
that
kind
go.
of control?
Oh, all types of control. So I think I've just learned to let go and kind of just say yes to people that were wanting to help, and yes, basically to everything, other than like what my personal agenda was.
What did this experience teach you, something that coaching could never?
That I think just in terms of a sense of community, like there's people that if you take the time to, establish friendships and have a circle of friends or community that you can trust and open up to, like those people can be your lifeline and can really help you out in dark moments and in great moments too.
Yeah. That's a very powerful story. I'm glad that we talked about that. I feel like there's so much more like we can talk about in that moment. Like one of the things is, was there a moment during that whole process that you doubted yourself?
Oh yeah, all the time. I think for me, I had the carrot that was dangling for me is that I was very excited to be a mom and I really wanted to have that relationship with my daughter from the very beginning. And so that was kind of my motivation throughout the entire process of just like, even though I didn't have control over the situation, I had something that I was looking forward to. And so whatever it took for me to get from, being in that hospital bed up on my feet and being the best mom that I could was kind of my end goal at that moment.
How long was recovery for you?
It was a couple of years because I had the surgery, and then the summer after that, I had to have radiation, which like slowed me down even more too. And so I would say a couple of years.
Do you
Things
do
are back.
anything differently now that you wish you did in the past?
Yeah, I think you mean in my personal life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I just try to not take, little moments for granted, and like spending time with friends and family and not prioritizing like work so much. So in general, just like slowing down.
I think that's what I hear a lot is, you know, people choose careers over a lot of other things. I think careers get like the best of you,
Yeah,
right? Because it does essentially. For me, I thought it defined who I was, right? But I
yeah,
didn't know it affected my relationships around me.
yeah,
So I think it's important to put first your friends, your family, because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring,
exactly.
and I think that requires a lot of like strength, you know, based on your story, a lot of people hear strength and they like think muscles, right? But sometimes strength is just deciding not to quit.
Yep.
And I think you're an excellent example of like what that is. You never gave up. And this comes through your coaching quite often. You tell people don't give up, right? Keep going, keep pushing until the person gives up, right?
Yep.
You up their weights, you push them. If it says do 100 wall balls, you'd be like, do 110. Has your definition of strength changed over time?
I think wholeheartedly it's remained mostly the same, but I think to your point, strength doesn't have to be physical. For me now, it's more of a mental strength. And I think what my personal training has morphed into is just like train the bitch away,
Train
right?
what?
Train the bitch away.
Train the bitch way. What does that
No,
mean?
train the bitch away, meaning like,
Oh, bitch away.
yeah. So like if you don't, and a lot of people can relate to this, right? If you like have this mental load that's in your mind of like stress and you don't have a way to get rid of it. My way and lots of our, friends that we have in common are probably the same way. You can't get rid of that in a physical way, then you're just a bitch, like to everybody around you.
I mean, that's true.
Right?
But what happens if you can't train that bitch away?
Well, then you just have to find a different way. It might not be, in the physical way that you and I do it. It might be a different outlet. It might be painting for some people. It might be gardening. But I think just having people identify a way to tap into what their healthy release is something that I think people should be more hold themselves accountable to.
Totally. So you said strength is physical and mental, right?
Mhm.
But what about emotional? But can it be all three, or just what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it could fill all three buckets. I mean, you knock one bucket out, if you get the emotional bucket, filled, then I feel like the other two, if you get the emotional one filled first, then I think the other two kind of naturally start to flow that way as well.
Start to flow that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think for me, I struggle with a little bit of strength in like the emotional and mental piece
Yeah.
of it. That's something I'm currently working on. Though, last couple of months have been a bit of a shit show.
Yeah.
Trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
You and all my friends have been there trying to help me get that strength across all three verticals.
Yeah.
Right. But it's consistently like an ebb and flow.
Yeah.
What do you think What do people misunderstand about strength the most?
Yeah. Let me go back to that last comment that you made, because I think that you bring up a good point, that motion creates emotion, right?
Yeah.
So meaning if you start to move in some way, whether it's walking or lifting weights, it starts to like take a toll on your emotional self.
Yes.
And then you start to get those feelings out, and maybe you feel a little bit more raw, maybe you feel better in the long run. But in the moment, I think like one example I can think of is like when I was going through struggles in the past, I would go to a yoga class, and the teacher always said like the heart opener will like conjure up emotions. And so there was one day, I think I had like just put down my dog within the last week. And then there was like a heart opener pose that we did. And then I just started like sobbing my eyes out, just thinking about this dog that I'd had for 10 years. And that just brought up a lot of emotions while I was moving in that way. And so I think that if you've had those moments where, you know, you're doing something and then you're moving, you're being physical by doing something, and then something like triggers you subconsciously in your brain to be like, I'm feeling this way about an emotion that you experienced, right? And then after you have a good cry or whatever it is, then potentially you feel better, but you get it out at least.
I mean, that's true, right? I think my issue is, you know me, I kind of create this facade like everything's okay, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. The last couple of months, I've been on the fucking treadmill, like crying. If my friend's next to me and
Yeah.
I'm talking to them, I'll break down on the treadmill, you know, and that's something that I'm consistently struggling with the last couple months. And I need to know how to get out of that space. That gym is like a safe space for me.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are a safe space. So being around you guys, it makes me stronger. It makes me feel good about myself. It brings me joy and positivity, right? So like for some reason, if I do go to yoga and something triggers me and I start crying, I can't let it fully out in that moment. So what's your advice for like me and like anyone listening who just can't get it all out? I think for some people they can just get it out in that moment, right? Like I feel good, right? But for me, like I'll hold it in. I'd be like, I don't want to do this right now. Like
Why do you hold it in?
maybe because I'm scared.
Are you scared of being vulnerable around other people? Or are you scared of people seeing that side of you
I
that
don't
don't know you?
think maybe. What was interesting that okay, when you say that is a couple weeks ago I was, you know, working where I normally work. Or like looking for jobs at where I normally sit. And one of my friends came up to me and he was like, you don't look so good. I was like, well, I'm going through a lot.
Yeah.
And he hugged me and I just broke down. And people were like watching. But for some reason in that moment I didn't give a shit. I didn't care. You know, because everyone's going through something. I think for me, if I'm in class or something, I'm scared that I'm going to disrupt the class or someone's going to see me and it might mess up their workout or something of that matter.
My suggestion, and it's hard to do, is just let that shit go. Just let it out.
Just let it out.
Let it out. If you need to walk away and let it out, like with nobody seeing you, then that's fine. But like, don't hold back. That's, in my experience, holding it back just, I don't know, kind of, you're not being true to yourself and not being true to the process of just like grieving or being angry or whatever emotions.
Well, there is something that you said to me, I think last week, that I've been kind of working on and fixing. I have a bubbly energy from what you guys all say.
Yes,
you know,
do.
I'm very positive, you know, blah, 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 all these things. But you said something to me that like was like, I don't want to go around the gym looking like that. Do you remember what you said?
I said, this is not you. Is that what I said? I
You said
Joey,
that,
this is
and
not
there's another
you.
part that you said.
You have to remind me.
Like you seem like you have dark energy. Or
Yeah.
like negative energy.
Yeah.
Because I've been sombering around at the gym.
Yep.
Right? With so much going on in my life. And the next day I came in, I was like, I'm going to take what she said to me, I'm going to flip it. Because I listened to you.
I love that.
And when you say something, it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Like, it really does. Like, I don't really know that.
This requires a hug. I love you, friend.
I love you more. Like, I don't think you know what you, like, how much you say to me really means a lot. And the next day I came to the gym, and I was, like, strutting.
Can you do the strut? I saw him,
I will.
I saw you walk up the stairs, and I'm like, oh my God, Joey's back.
Because I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is my space. This is my safe space.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking mayor of that spot.
Yes, you are.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to let anyone bring me down. I'm not going to let people treat me the way they treat me. You know, and those words that you said, I took it to heart. Because I think a lot of things that you say, to me, I take it to heart.
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I've been thinking about a lot. You know, is taking that and just flipping it around.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not responsible for anyone else.
Mm-mm.
I'm not responsible for how people treat each other or say anything. I'm responsible for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to let anyone else fucking kick me down.
Mm-mm. And people are going to judge, like, whether you want them to or not. That's just
And that's how
human
people
nature.
are.
Yeah.
But I did not want a lot of other people to see what you were seeing. Because I'm like, I'd rather not have that at the gym when that's an outlet for all of us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's an outlet. Everyone goes there to like really stress for their mental health and for all that stuff. You know, they gain confidence there. They build their strength, you know, not only physically, but mentally.
Yeah.
You know, and I do not want to be that person that someone's like, oh my God, I remember that guy who used to be so happy and so, you know, and suddenly being kicked down. Fuck that. So thank you.
You're welcome. But you're also human, and we all go through those moments. And if people are going to be quick to judge, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I thought he was like the happy-go-lucky one.
But I'm not going to do that there.
Got it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough.
We can go to a bar. We can go to Gott's. We can go shopping, and I can do that in Aritzia if you want me to.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm not going to do that there.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
and I will say too, as a trainer and like coach, because we all talk about the same thing. Like, we are not allowed to have a bad day. Like, as somebody who is there to help you guys, inspire you guys.
Yeah.
Like, we have to, you know, just put all of our shit at the door and just put on a happy face.
Just smile and
just
keep
smile.
it going.
Yeah.
You know? So I think like one of my other questions for you is like, can strength be built before confidence?
Strength be built before confidence. Yes. But I don't think it is one big transformation. I think it's a series of like small, repeated, measurable wins over time. Like for you, for example, you've had over the years like small things that have changed. And I think that it wasn't just one, like a one-time thing. It just accumulated over the course of however many years, and here you are.
So what was I struggling with when I first started?
I would say you were struggling with just self-acceptance. I think you were struggling with confidence in your own skin. Those are like two of the primary things that I noticed about you. But everything else, like, you were very eager to just want to be there, and you're very motivated to want to, you know, become more confident in those two aspects of your life.
Becoming more confident and
more
becoming
confident.
more comfortable in my skin.
Correct.
Which one has improved the most?
I think for sure you're still working on the confidence aspect. I mean, it's a journey, right? It's not going to happen in a short amount of time, but I think you're definitely way more comfortable in your skin than you were when I first met you.
When you first met me, what changed first? Was it something physically or was it something mentally?
It was, I would say it's hard to say because I don't think you shared a lot of the mental struggles initially. So I think when you had that little glimpse of small changes happening in your body, then I think then, yeah, that started to grow as well. The mental part started to grow.
Is my bicep bigger?
Yes,
Is my
now
bicep
it
big?
is. Look
Now
at that
it's
thing.
bigger.
Now it's way bigger.
That's because thanks to Anu too. That man's been pushing me.
Yeah, he has.
What was the biggest breakthrough that you saw in me?
I think really it's just that moment where I took a picture of you and you're like, oh my God, that's my body.
Luckily, it's a body picture, not your WOD Wednesday picture.
No.
Of our faces doing like that.
Yes, I mean, we have plenty of those.
Something that's funny, I always reflect on all the exercises that we've done, right? And you can do like every exercise there possibly is. Pistol squat, Bulgarian, I hate Bulgarian squats, okay? But what is something I could do now that you never thought I could do or like I couldn't do when you first met me?
I mean, everything. No, I think it's just like lifting heavy weights. I think you had told me the other day, like you went from doing a certain like bench press. You were like, you can do 50 pounds.
Shoulder
press.
Oh no, it was dumbbell chest press.
Yeah. So I feel like initially you like were okay being uncomfortable to a certain point where it just like was uncomfortable enough for you. You were like, I don't want to, I'm done. But now you can like push past that hurt a little bit and kind of live in that area where like initially you would not have been able to be comfortable with.
Yeah, it was dumbbell chest press. I think when I first started, a few weeks ago, it was like 50 pounds on each arm.
Yeah.
Now I'm doing 75 pounds on each arm. But what's really funny is like when I first started, I would always take classes. 2 or 3 classes a day back to back.
Yeah.
But something that you always told me, you need to incorporate strength.
Yep.
You need to lift weights. And I didn't because I didn't know how. Mm-hmm. But you and a bunch of other people started teaching me how to properly do that.
Well, and that's why your arm looks the way that it does.
Finally, does it look bigger?
That ain't going to happen with classes.
No, it's not, right? Like, I think, okay, so here's a good question. If someone who takes classes every day, what results are they going to get versus someone who strength trains all the time and incorporates classes into their routine?
I think the people that just go to classes all the time, potentially they just don't have a goal, like a specific goal in mind, and then just go to move and check the box, which is fine, right? And I think that end of the day, like however people want to get their exercise and mental load out is, totally great for them and whatever works for them. But I think for people that have a very specific goal, like I don't think the classes that the general population the classes that cater the general population, they're not going to see the results that potentially that they're looking to achieve. So it's like that saying, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same results. All the time.
Yeah,
so.
And that's what happened to me. I hit a plateau.
Yeah.
So what I've learned from you guys is you need a good balance.
Yeah.
In there.
Yeah.
So
and I see lots of people that are just like, I've been doing these classes for like a year now, nothing's happening. I'm like, well, maybe it's time to try something else.
Maybe time to try something different.
Yeah.
Okay. So something fun I want to ask you. What was my most annoying habit when I was in your class?
Oh, where should we start?
Not the BTS.
Well, there's always the singing that is just very high-pitched, either Mariah Carey or Taylor Swift.
But you would play that shit on purpose.
I play it on purpose because it's funny. What else would you do? Is it bigger yet? Are we done? The whining, the complaining.
That was the other thing. What's something I still complain about?
Are we done yet? Oh, this shit is so heavy. Oh, this is so hard.
Shit is so heavy. It's so hard. Are we done yet?
Is that what you say outside of the gym too?
I don't know. Let's ask Israel. Israel, he can hear us through that vent right there. you know, mom's gonna complain about something, you know.
Fair enough.
But you know, I think what I've learned is like sometimes we're very close to our journey to see how far we've like become, right?
Yeah.
Everyone talks about like working out, you know, but no one really talks about what happens between your years, you know, like the mental game behind it all when they're like in the thick of it. Why do some people quit? Because you see a lot of bunch of people coming to the gym. They're normal, you know, they're every day, but sometimes they just quit. Why?
I mean, a lot of different reasons. One of it could just be that they're not prioritizing it if that is truly their goal. So if somebody wants to like lose weight or if they have like a specific fitness goal, but they're not serious about it or they just like have things come up that they use as excuses or crutches, then they're not going to be strong enough to be able to like push those to the side to focus on them. It could be that they're not comfortable getting to an uncomfortable place where they can tolerate, you know, a little bit of pain for some gain. So a lot of different factors, but those are the two that come to mind.
So consistency is hard for these people.
Consistency is
So
hard.
why is consistency so hard?
Just for those two reasons. I mean, if they get a little bit taste of, oh my gosh, this is how much work, this is how hard it's going to be to get to this place, then I don't want to do it. It's too hard for me. I can't do it. So it's the negative self-talk.
Okay, what does that look like? What do people start saying to themselves?
They'll say just that, like, oh, this is so hard. I had no idea it was going to take this much effort. And I think our culture is just so, you know, used to having that easy button where let's go just inject myself with something and then I'll lose weight. Well, guess what? Great, you can do that. And is that going to be sustainable in the long run? Maybe, but if you are willing to put in some, you know, hard work and effort and time, I think that in the long run, that's a lot more sustainable.
I think one of the things is like a lot of people underestimate themselves.
Yeah.
You know, I think when I first started, it was happy-go-lucky. And then there were some moments where I did underestimate myself.
Yeah.
Where like, why am I doing this? I don't want to be here. I'm not going to get my goal. You know, why do people underestimate what they're capable of doing?
Confidence could be one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, just self-doubt and maybe lack of a very specific goal. I think goal setting is a primary way for people to just really get serious about something that they want in life, whether it's in a gym or not.
So anyone who is underestimating themselves, look into that camera and tell them why they should not underestimate themselves and inspire them.
You have one life to live, so don't underestimate yourself. And if you're not willing to put in some hard work, then no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to save you. So you got to do it on your own.
Do it.
Hold yourself accountable. So just do it.
Don't sabotage your own progress.
Yeah, exactly.
You're paying a lot of money to go to that gym.
Mm-hmm.
And you have good people around you who are going to support you, who are going to push you. You have coaches like you and other coaches who will motivate you and inspire you. All right. So we've talked about your health, strength, resilience, personal growth. But there's a bigger topic at that gym.
Oh, here we go.
That is the big.
Here we go.
Do they call it the white elephant in the room? What's that terminology? Oh yes, the elephant in the room. We're not going to put the race to an elephant.
I was like, you're gonna we're gonna exchange gifts here.
So I'm just gonna ruin everything that we've talked about and just go into it.
Do it.
We're gonna talk about gym crushes.
Yes.
This is a very hefty topic, which I feel could be another episode, a part 2 into it. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So we can have another 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Or 30 minutes. We can make this episode an hour and a half. This is great. Okay, Steph.
Yes.
This is the meat of it all.
Here we go.
Put that mic closer to your mouth. Just like that. Be honest.
Okay.
Does everyone have a gym crush? You took too long answering that.
I cannot speak for everybody, but many people do.
Okay, from your perspective, does everyone have a gym crush?
Yes.
What do you guys think? Does everyone have a gym crush? Yeah. Kevin, I already know I'm your gym crush, so got it.
You are.
Mine too.
You too.
Do you have one?
Maybe. Yes, I have multiple.
Multiple. Okay.
Is that okay?
Hi here. Okay, so we're definitely gonna dive into all that stuff. Is it possible to work out and for people not to develop a gym crush?
Sure. I mean, if
Really?
you just are like, if you go in with like your headphones on and you're just looking down and very just laser focused
Girl,
on
not
what you're
the people
doing.
with the big old
Yeah.
headphones up to here and not you walk by, you're like hi, and they're like do
Yeah.
do.
I mean, I will say for myself, sometimes I go to other places to work out just so I'm not distracted by people having conversations or gym crushes or many reasons. So, yes, you can.
Why do gym crushes hit so differently?
I don't know. What do you think?
I think there's a sense of motivation.
Yeah.
I think you go there to be like, I'm gonna impress this person. What do you think?
I think for the same reasons. I think it's, it's nice to have some eye candy and I don't know, just
What's your
have
feeling
your
if your
motivation
gym
as
crush
well.
is watching you all the time?
What's my feeling?
Yeah. If you have a gym crush
Yeah.
and they're watching you, but they don't know they're your gym crush, what's that feeling like?
I don't know. I guess just exciting. Like, oh, there's a pair of eyes that are potentially watching.
I'm usually like, I know you're watching me. Watch me lift harder.
So then that makes you go harder or work harder.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Sort of.
But then they're like not pushing hard enough. And I'm like, well, Okay. One of my other questions that I have, I've heard 50-50 on this. What's the etiquette around talking to your gym crush?
Etiquette.
Like, should you talk to them?
I think don't be awkward. Like, don't be a weirdo about it. But if you can like find a way to naturally spark a conversation, like, are you done with those weights? Or
are you done with your glute exercises? Because I want to do mine.
Yeah, I mean, just sparking some natural conversation, like whatever the moment is. I mean, if somebody like is done using something and you want to hop on, then like I don't think that
Hop onto
needs
what?
to be awkward.
What are we hopping on?
I mean, if you want to hop onto your gym crush,
Do we want to bench together? Four
Yes.
hands?
Can I use a spot?
Can I use it to spot me? I love the BTS behind this. I don't think you should talk to your gym crush.
Why?
Because here's the thing. Some people are just nice to look at while they're working out.
That is true also.
Right? Then sometimes you get to know certain people. But then sometimes if you're like, oh, that's my new gym crush. Let me go talk to him. What if they don't sound the way you want them to sound?
I mean, yeah, then you have to find a new gym crush. The most awkward thing you can do, though, that I've experienced before, is just like doing an exercise and then you accidentally make eye contact with that person. You're like, oh God.
If you're like this.
If you're like
thrusting.
yeah, then that is awkward 1000%.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening. How do you know if someone is interested in you at the gym versus them just being nice?
I don't think that it's something you could describe. It's just like this energy,
Not
this
the
like
feeling.
feeling of this like energy.
It's just the feeling.
It's the feeling.
It's literally just the feeling. Have you ever seen a gym romance actually work out?
Have we seen a gym romance work out? I have at some point. Listen, so what I tell people, disclaimer. So not every, but many relationships or friendships that I've had in my life have like evolved from a gym setting. And I will say that if you are that personality where that's your lifestyle, then go to a gym and find your potential next partner, because if you see the way that they work out and they have a good work ethic, and it kind of like tells a story of who they are in real life. So I think there's a lot to be said about finding like community.
But I feel like
in
the
that
gym
setting.
that we go to is a very dangerous
I mean, yes,
spot,
it can be dangerous.
right?
Yes.
I feel like it's just testosterone and estrogen everywhere.
Yes.
I'm like 50-50 because I'm gay. Man in the front, woman in the back.
Testrogen.
Testrogen, I like that. I love that. When you see your gym crush, do you like act differently around them?
Personally, not really.
Yeah, I don't think you like shapeshift or anything. I
No.
think you're pretty like,
I'm pretty
this
like
is
what
me.
you see is what you get.
It's interesting because earlier you said you were an introvert.
Yeah.
So you don't even turn into an introvert around them. You're like, here I am.
No.
Funny. Have you ever watched someone completely change their workout because someone more attractive showed up next to them or with them?
Oh, yes. That is very fun to watch. That's the entertaining side.
So you can see it.
Yes, you can see it. Joey, the whole like fitness floor, it doesn't matter where you are, it's a stage.
It's a stage.
It's a stage,
Yeah.
right? So you're just like watching all these people and you can't help but not watch like what's happening in between, of course, in between whatever it is that you're focusing on.
It's funny that you say that it's a stage because I feel like when you see people walk up the stairs and the minute they hit that floor, they're on. Because I do that.
Yeah, I mean, when you walked up the stairs and started strutting, I'm like, here's that catwalk. He's back.
But that was me since day one. Here I am.
Yeah.
When I was 30 pounds heavier,
It's true.
I was catwalking, looking like Mrs. Potts
Not
from
Mrs.
Beauty and the
Potts.
Beast. Now I'm looking like the candle.
Oh. I thought you were gonna say now you're Gaston.
Gaston, yes, exactly. Have clients ever confessed that they have a gym crush on you?
Wait, I need that now too. What is happening? That was excessive.
Because I'm storm. I fucking love Kevin over there. Okay, so back to my question.
Here you go.
Have clients ever confessed that they have a gym crush on you?
Yes.
What did that feel like? Girl,
I
I need
mean,
more powder.
I kind of knew. I like felt it and sensed it.
How did you feel it?
They were just very like flirtatious, and so I had to put a stop to that right away.
Stop that right away. What's like, people tell you everything. People tell their coaches everything. I feel like you're like the gym version of like a hairdresser.
Pretty much.
Because people tell their hairdressers everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I know when I get my hair cut, the 3 strands that I have, tell her everything.
Yeah.
She knows everything.
Yep.
What's the wildest gym crush story that you've ever heard?
I don't know that I have any. Well, actually, I do. I do. It's a juicy one. So this was years ago. There was this woman who was, what's the term? Poly?
As a gay man, there's so many terms that
That's true.
my generation has, or my orientation has created. I don't understand. That's a whole other episode.
Yeah.
I feel.
Yeah, it's a whole other episode. Anyways, long story short, she was poly and she was a swinger and she was basically there to just scoop up on people that she wanted to bring
Where does she
home.
live?
Where does she live?
Yeah.
Like in a house.
No, like what city?
Oh, I'm not going to say the city. It's somewhere around us. It is
Yeah,
a very
because I
affluent
feel like there's
city.
like yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you said swinger, and I picture what city it might be in, and I just know that over there.
It's over there.
Yes,
It's that way.
I know exactly where it's at. Okay, go
Yeah.
on.
So, yes. So it was a swinger who wanted to find people basically to interact with her and her partner. And so she would just say, do you have anybody for me? And
Girl, the gym's your
I'm like, go.
stage.
Yeah, why do you need me?
Oh my God, I hope she found someone. So would you say your gym crushes? Would you say your gym crushes usually like are they like is it like attraction or just fantasy?
I would say mostly fantasy, but also like you can't help with who you're attracted to sometimes. And I think it just depends on like whether or not you can keep your boundaries where you need them to
Where
be.
they are. Yeah. I believe in it's a bit of both. Like you're attracted, but then it's also fantasy
Yeah.
to see how far. And that's why I believe that you don't talk to your gym crush
Hmm.
because they could be someone that you're not thinking
They're a
that you
different
would want.
person. Yeah.
Yes. You get what I'm saying?
The reality is different than what you
Yeah.
think they are.
Like if you like look at your gym crush, you're like, yeah, I want them to be in like leather gear with like a whip. But then
Oh.
you're like, oh, you don't seem very adventurous. Mm. It kills it.
Yeah.
It kills your vibe. Now I gotta find another gym time to go
Yeah.
to go look at my crushes from like noon to 3 or like 3 to 6 or like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Well, there you
Where
go.
my Aurora crowd at? Because you know what I mean.
Not the old folks.
Do people like how many gym crushes are too many? Like, can you have more than one?
I mean, it depends on the person. Probably you can have more than one. Do you want more than one?
Yes, I want one that's
Do you want one for
6
Monday,
a.m.
Tuesday,
to-
Wednesday, Thursday,
yes.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yes,
Then great.
from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., then one from 9 a.m. to noon, and every 3 hours after that. I think having multiple gym crushes is diversification.
Oh,
Yes, I
you
think
like a diverse portfolio.
100,000%. But, if someone is listening right now and you have a gym crush that you've been stirring on for like 6 months, what's your advice for them?
That I've been what?
If someone has a gym crush
Yes.
that they've been looking at for like 6 months already, what's your advice for them?
Then is it an obsession, or are you gonna get the balls to like talk to this person?
Why are you so obsessed with
Why are
me?
you so
Boy,
obsessed
I
with
wanna
me?
know. All right, really quickly, God, I feel like I talked so much about that gym crush. There's so many questions that I
No,
had.
that should be its own episode. I
We
think
should.
do
We
another
should make
one.
its own episode. But Steph,
Yes.
you've been at this gym for how long?
Almost 3 years.
What's next for you?
What's next is that my journey at this community is coming to an end, very sadly. What's next for me is that I'm moving to Southern California, Orange County to be specific, with my family to start the next chapter. So whatever that entails, will begin sometime in August.
What?
So,
That's exciting.
exciting, but very sad.
It's exciting. What made you realize it was time for a change?
My husband and I have been talking about this for years, and the timing had never been right. And we kind of got to a point in our lives where we're like, all right, well, the timing's never gonna like just present itself. So let's just, rip the Band-Aid off and just make a change. So it's kind of a little bit of a wild card where we're just like, now or never. Let's just go.
I'm just gonna do it.
I'm just gonna do it.
So, besides me, what will you miss the most from? I mean, it can go anyway, right? Like, what are you gonna miss the most being in the Bay Area, and what are you gonna miss the most about being at the gym you're currently at?
Yeah, I think the Bay Area has been great. I've been here for almost 20 years now. Yeah, it's a long time. And so I feel like this last like 5 years especially has been some of the like best times in my life, just creating this and like being part of this community where we're all friends and we're all there as like support buddies through like life outside of where we go on a daily basis. And I think, yeah, just like those friendships that are going to be, lifelong friendships at this point.
100%.
And the way that we kind of just like are all vulnerable with each other but then also can like have a good time and go party in Vegas.
Oh, 1,000%, because you're
Yeah.
closer to Vegas. We can all just fly
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
You know, one thing about moving is because when we move to New York and back, you know, it's a change because you've been somewhere for so long.
Yeah.
What are you most excited about, and what are you most nervous about?
I think just the starting over process I'm somewhat nervous about because it's been a while since I've lived here. So I think I'm a little bit nervous about starting all over and knowing that I'm not going to find the same exact people, but like anxious about who exactly I'm going to be able to surround myself with, and have these same, open open conversations and same level of
Yeah.
friendships that I've established with all of
Do you know
guys.
people down there?
Zero. Nobody.
Zero.
I mean, I have like a handful of acquaintances.
Don't talk to her. She's ours.
Yes.
Don't do it.
I belong to you.
You know, another question that I have is if we re-record this episode in 5 years from now, because this one's gonna go live.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm not doing this again.
What would you hope has changed for yourself and for me?
Oh, I'll start with you first. I feel like you have been having a hard time now, so I think in 5 years, I really hope that you have really come to understand yourself in a way that maybe you don't truly understand yourself now, in terms of your ability to just be resilient and to keep your head up high when the tough moments come. And the fact that you have this amazing support system with your family and friends that are here for you. So I hope that you can find happiness and confidence in your life that you don't necessarily have right now. And I hope for myself, I have yet to kind of establish any clear goals of my next 5-year plan. So I think just getting into a routine and kind of settling in will kind of dictate what that next thing will look like.
I love that. I love you.
I love you.
I know. I love me more. Just kidding.
You should.
You know, from the entire conversation that we've had, I think we've had a great dialogue. I feel like there's a lot of that we can continue to talk about. What's one thing that you hope people take away from our conversation?
I think just like if there's any hesitation in people getting started with a routine, whether that's going to exercise or going to, start taking more time to bond with your friends and family and not prioritize things that don't necessarily matter. I think just getting started and, continuing going down that path and being uncomfortable and taking the time to put in some hard work with whatever it is that you're going through.
I love that. And I also think that, just being strong in everything that you do.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, emotionally, and surround yourself with people who continue to build you up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very important.
Keep your chin up.
Keep your chin up.
Plus, if you go down like this, you have a picture of me with all of these chins. That's not a good look.
Ah, girl. I mean, I can't see your chin because the mic's in the way, but make sure you're on your knees with your chin up.
There's that too.
All right, we are coming to an end. I have some rapid fire questions for you.
Oh, here we go.
Are you ready?
I think so.
Are you?
We'll see.
All right. What's your hype song when you need instant confidence?
There's a song called Stephanie.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's by Cryjax, and it's about a fitness influencer named Stephanie. It was very applicable.
Oh my God, you played it in class one day.
Yes, I did.
I would say anything Beyonce, because if she's confident, I'm confident.
Not Mariah?
Well, I think Beyonce has some heavy hitters.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh
yeah.
Mariah Carey has
Yeah. Okay.
What's your favorite body part to train?
Legs.
Really?
Because you don't do them enough.
No, I do. I do them. I think I have great thighs. I would say glutes because I'm trying to build an ass and a legacy.
There you go. There you go.
PR a lift or get noticed by your gym crush?
PR.
Oh yes, love PRing a lift.
Yeah.
A gym crush can wait. You know.
Me first.
Biggest gym turnoff?
Just like etiquette or like a person?
Etiquette.
Etiquette, just not putting your shit away.
Oh, yes. People who slam their weights. Or like, oh no, for me, it's people who slam their weights.
Oh.
Or people who are doing something, they're grunting like they're giving birth.
Oh, like they're having. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I would say that. But depends on who's doing it.
Oh, I thought you might have liked that. Ugh.
More satisfying, a great lift or a great date?
Can I go hybrid and say both?
Oh, I would say a great lift because at least I know what's ending successfully.
Oh, I mean, there you go.
How many gym crushes is too many gym crushes?
I don't know. That's like asking you, what's your number? Is that too many?
Once you need a spreadsheet, you've crossed the line.
There you go. A spreadsheet?
That Excel document goes down, girl.
That ain't the only thing that you've been spreading then.
What's the difference between motivation and thirst?
Motivation. You show up at 5 a.m. Thirst. You're 20 minutes late. And then you're just dawdling, wasting time.
Oh, I would say about 2 inches off a tank top.
Sounds-
Motivation, thirst.
That's about right.
Have you ever rearranged your workout hoping someone would be there?
No.
Yeah, same. I'm pretty consistent in my time.
Yeah.
If people show up, they show up.
Yeah.
Is it still a gym crush if you know their workout split?
Is that just like stage 5 clinger at that point?
Ooh, obsession.
Obsession.
Dad, why are you so obsessed with me?
Mm-hmm.
What's worse, getting ghosted or losing your gains?
Losing gains.
Yes, 1000%. At least I can pretend that ghosting was their loss.
It is. It is their loss.
Your loss, baby.
All of the time.
Not mine.
Nope.
But I'm not a pound of muscle takes a lot. Fucking pill. It's a lot of fucking time. Most dramatic thing you've said during a workout?
What have you said?
Stephanie, I think this is how I die. How many times have I said that?
Twice last Tuesday.
Probably.
I don't think I have one.
Oh, girl. Favorite sex position?
I mean, this was you asked me this on the first time we recorded this.
We did. But now this is the third time.
Do you remember what I said? Doggy style.
Doggy style. Missionary. I think everyone knows mine. You know. Here's a bonus question. What's more motivating? A gym crush, a breakup, a vacation, self-love, or pure spite?
That's too many things. I can't remember all of those
Okay,
things.
a gym crush, a breakup, or pure spite?
A pierced what?
Pure spite.
Oh. A gym crush, what's the second thing?
A gym crush, a breakup, or pure spite?
Oh, breakup is more motivating.
Oh, I would say pure spite has built more physiques than self-love ever could.
Oh. Like, next, move along.
Next on that. Well, Steph,
Is that the
all
end?
the rapid fire. All right. Steph,
Joey.
that was a really special conversation. Thank you so much for being my coach, my hype woman, my accidental therapist, my HYROX partner in crime, and one of the people who helped me become a stronger version of myself. One of the biggest takeaways I've had from this conversation is that strength isn't just what happens at the gym. It's recovering from things that you've never asked for. It's starting over. It's showing up when you don't feel motivated. It's trusting yourself enough to keep going. And sometimes it's signing up for something terrifying because someone else sees potential in you before you see it in yourself. If this episode made you laugh, think, cry, and finally consider talking to your gym crush, which I don't think you should, after 6 months of awkward eye contact, make sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Follow along on Instagram at clockedandcheckedoutpod for more chaos, cocktails, and emotional plot twists disguised as personal growth. Got a story, confession, or gym crush situation that needs professional level overanalysis? Send it my way at clockedandcheckedoutpod@gmail.com or slide into my DMs, which I wouldn't mind. And remember, the strongest people aren't always the loudest. Sometimes they just are the ones who just keep showing up. Until then, take PTO, take your meds, and take absolutely nothing personal. Until next time, Seth. We'll have a part 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Cheers, friends.
Love you.
Love you.
Not you chugging it down.